Someone says one sentence and your whole day changes. Not because the sentence was powerful, not because the person was wise. They just made a face, ignored your message, laughed at the wrong moment, or said something with that tone, and suddenly your body belongs to them. Your chest tightens, your jaw locks. You start replaying the scene in your head with better comebacks, sharper timing, and a version of yourself who somehow speaks like a courtroom lawyer. 10 minutes pass, then an hour. The other person is probably eating dinner, sleeping, scrolling, or living normally, but you are still there, trapped inside a conversation that ended hours ago. This is what people mean when they say someone is controlling you. They do not need chains. They do not need power. They only need access to your attention. And most of the time, you hand it over voluntarily. Someone disrespects you and you call it defending yourself. Someone criticizes you and you call it setting the record straight. Someone provokes you and you call it not letting them get away with it. But under all of that is a quieter truth. If another person's mood can decide your mood, if their opinion can decide your confidence, if their behavior can decide whether you are calm or ruined, then they are holding the remote control. You may still be moving your own body, but someone else is pressing the buttons. This begins much earlier than anger. It begins with attention. Your brain is not designed to ignore social threats. For most of human history, being rejected, mocked, or excluded by the group was not just emotionally painful, it could be dangerous. A human alone on the edge of the tribe did not survive very long. So your nervous system learned to track faces, tones, silence, status, insults, approval. It learned to treat social pain like a survival problem, because in a tribal world, a damaged reputation could become a damaged body. That is why one rude sentence can feel bigger than it is. Your modern brain knows you are not going to be thrown out of the village because someone left you on red, but your older brain is less convinced. It sees the unanswered message, the cold reply, the joke at your expense, and it starts scanning for danger. Are we being rejected? Are we losing position? Should we attack first? Should we explain? Should we perform? This is the ancient alarm system waking up inside a modern office, a family chat, a comment section, or a dinner table. The problem is not that you feel something. The problem is that you believe the first thing you feel. Someone looks at you strangely, and your mind immediately writes a story. They hate me. They think I'm stupid. They're trying to embarrass me. They're doing this on purpose. But that first story is not the truth. It's a guess under stress. And stressed guesses are usually dramatic, personal, and wrong. This is where control begins, not by becoming emotionless. People without emotion are not strong. They're usually numb, exhausted, or pretending. Real control is the ability to pause between the event and the story. The event is what happened. The story is what your brain added. They did not reply. That's the event. They don't respect me. That's the story. They raised their voice. That's the event. They think I am beneath them. That's the story. The event may deserve attention. The story may be poison. Most people never separate the two. They swallow the event and the story together, then call the reaction natural. But anger is not always created by what happened. Often, anger is created by what you decided it meant. Change the meaning, and the same event changes shape. A stranger cuts you off in traffic and you think, "What an arrogant idiot." Your body fills with heat. But if you saw the same car racing toward a hospital, your anger might vanish in 1 second. The car didn't change, the meaning changed. Your nervous system was not responding to a vehicle, it was responding to a story. This is why the first step is not forgiveness, it's accuracy. Before you react, ask one boring, powerful question. What else could this mean? Maybe they weren't ignoring you, maybe they were busy, maybe they were careless. Maybe they're rude, but rude in a general way, not a personal masterpiece aimed at your soul. Maybe they're not a villain, maybe they're just limited by stress, ego, hunger, fear, and the inability to speak without sounding like a broken alarm. The second step is to stop arguing with people inside your own head. This is one of the great private addictions of angry people. They don't just experience the insult once, they replay it, rewrite it, rehearse it, improve it, and build a whole imaginary trial around it. In your mind, you finally say the perfect thing. They finally understand. Justice finally arrives with dramatic lighting. But in real life, nothing happens. You just lose another hour to a person who's not even present. So you need a different ending. Not the ending where they apologize, the ending where you stop needing them to. This is not weakness, it is the return of ownership. You stop waiting for the offender to release you, because that gives them the key. You release yourself by deciding what the event means for your behavior, not your identity. Maybe it means you speak once, clearly. Maybe it means you leave. Maybe it means you reduce access. Maybe it means you stop explaining yourself to someone who enjoys misunderstanding you. The third step is to recognize the bait. Many people do not want a solution. They want a reaction. A reaction proves they can still reach you. It tells them the string is attached. This is why some people poke the exact place they know hurts. They make the little comment that looks harmless in public, but lands like a knife in private. Then, when you react, they act surprised. "Why are you so sensitive? I was just joking. Calm down." And now the original insult disappears because the new story is your reaction. That is the trap. They throw mud, then point at your dirty shirt. The only way to win this game is refusing to participate. Not with dramatic silence, not with a fake spiritual smile that makes you look like you were seconds from exploding, just with non-participation. You can say, "I am not doing this." You can say, "That does not work on me." You can say nothing. You can leave the room. You can answer later. You can answer less. You can let the bait fall on the floor and become exactly what it always was, a small attempt to buy your attention at a discount. But there is a harder truth underneath all of this. Some part of you may want to be bothered, not because you enjoy suffering, but because anger can feel like power. Anger gives shape to pain. It turns confusion into certainty. It turns vulnerability into heat. It lets you feel strong for a moment, especially when the other emotion underneath is fear, shame, loneliness, or disappointment. That is why anger is so seductive. It's pain with armor on. But armor is heavy. Wear it all day, and you start calling the weight your personality. You become the person who is always ready, always defensive, always scanning for disrespect. You think you're protecting yourself, but you're actually training your brain to live under threat. Every conversation becomes evidence. Every silence becomes proof. This is not strength. This is captivity with better posture. Real strength is quieter. It's the ability to feel the heat without becoming the fire. It's noticing the insult without turning your entire day into a shrine for it. It's letting the body surge and settle before the mouth takes over. It's choosing the clean response over the satisfying one. The satisfying response usually wants revenge. The clean response wants freedom. And freedom often looks boring from the outside. You do not send the paragraph. You do not explain your entire soul to someone committed to misreading it. You do not prove your right to people who are not qualified to judge you. You simply adjust the distance. That's the part insecure people hate, because distance is a boundary they cannot argue with. A long message gives them material. A quiet change gives them nothing to grab. This is what people misunderstand about not caring. It doesn't mean nothing matters. If nothing matters, you're not free, you're empty. Not caring means you stop giving sacred energy to temporary noise. You still care about your values, your work, your body, your people, your future, your character. But you stop treating every opinion like a verdict and every disrespectful person like a judge. The most dangerous person to a manipulator is not the aggressive one. Aggressive people are easy to steer. Push here, they explode. Mock there, they chase. Ignore them, they panic. The most dangerous person is the one who notices the hook and doesn't bite. The one who can be insulted without becoming available. The one who can be misunderstood without correcting them in public. The one who can walk away without needing the last word, because they understand the last word is often just another chain. At some point, you have to decide who gets access to the inside of you. Not everyone who speaks deserves entry. Not every opinion deserves a room. Not every conflict deserves oxygen. Your attention is not public property. Your peace is not a community resource. Your nervous system is not a room where every careless person gets to leave furniture. So the next time someone tries to control you, watch the first second. That's where the whole battle happens. Before the reply, before the raised voice, before the imaginary comeback. Watch the story your brain tries to write. Watch the old alarm system light up. Watch the bait land in front of you. Then pause long enough to remember the simplest fact in the world. They can say it. They can think it. They can misunderstand you. They can dislike you. They can even try to pull the strings. But you do not have to move.